Gosh, we all thought we knew Kevin Hart. You know, that adorably funny guy who makes us laugh until our sides hurt? Well, honey, it turns out there's so much more to this story than meets the eye, and trust me, it's not pretty. Let me spill the piping hot tea about what's really going on behind those glossy Hollywood smiles and red carpet photos. Our beloved Kevin Hart, yes, the same one who's had us rolling with laughter for over a decade, might be caught up in something so dark and twisted it'll make your head spin. Now, we've all seen Kevin and Diddy at those glittering A-list parties, right? All smiles, champagne flowing, looking like the best of friends. But darling, let me tell you, those perfect Instagram moments are hiding something absolutely shocking. Sources close to the situation, and trust me, these people know, are whispering about a relationship that's less about friendship and more about, wait for it, blackmail and manipulation. Can you believe it? Picture this. Diddy's infamous parties, you know, the ones where phones are strictly forbidden and what happens behind those doors stays behind those doors? Well, apparently these weren't just your typical celebrity bashes. These gatherings, which drew everyone from Hollywood stars to political bigwigs, had a much darker side. And poor Kevin, he might have seen things he was never supposed to see. Remember that awful 2017 scandal when Kevin tearfully apologized on Instagram about cheating on his pregnant wife, Anniku? We all thought that was the worst of it. Oh honey, if we only knew. That whole extortion attempt with the compromising video, there are whispers that it might have been just the tip of a very dangerous iceberg. Sources say Kevin's been living with this crushing weight on his shoulders, trying to maintain his happy-go-lucky public persona while allegedly being trapped in Diddy's web of secrets. Can you imagine the pressure? Having to smile and joke on camera while potentially being blackmailed by one of the most powerful men in entertainment? My heart actually breaks for him. Now, hold on to your seats because this is where it gets really juicy. Word on the street, and by street I mean some very reliable sources, is that Kevin Hart might be working with the FBI. Yes, you read that right. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. The same Kevin Hart who's been making us laugh in countless movies might be secretly cooperating with federal authorities in an investigation involving Diddy and his inner circle. Talk about a plot twist that not even Hollywood could dream up. If this is true, and darling, the evidence is piling up, it would explain why Kevin's been unusually quiet lately and why his public appearances have become rarer than a genuine Birkin bag at a discount store. Let's talk about Diddy for a moment, the man who's built an empire on being the ultimate party king and entertainment mogul. For years, he's managed to keep his darker dealings under wraps, using his connections and influence to maintain his squeaky clean public image. But honey, those perfectly tailored suits might be hiding some seriously dirty secrets. The whispers about what really goes on at his exclusive gatherings have been circulating for years, but now it seems like the walls might finally be closing in. If Kevin Hart really is cooperating with the feds, Diddy's carefully constructed kingdom could come crashing down faster than last season's fashion trends. My heart absolutely breaks thinking about what Kevin must be going through right now. This is a man who built his entire brand on being honest about his mistakes and making people laugh. Now he might be caught between a rock and a hard place, or should I say between the FBI and one of the most powerful men in entertainment. And let's not forget about his beautiful wife, Anniku, and their precious children. She stood by him through previous scandals, but this is a whole different level of drama. The poor woman must be going through absolute hell, wondering what other shoes might drop. The burning question on everyone's lips is, what happens next? If these allegations are true, and darling, where there's smoke, there's usually a 5-alarm fire, we might be witnessing one of the biggest scandals in entertainment history. Kevin Hart, our beloved comedian, could either emerge as a brave whistleblower or watch his entire career crumble before our eyes. And Diddy? Well, if what they're saying is true, his days of ruling the entertainment world from his golden throne might be numbered. The same connections and influence he's used to maintain his power could end up being the very things that bring him down. As this absolutely shocking story continues to unfold, one thing's crystal clear. Nothing in Hollywood is ever what it seems. The gleaming smiles, the perfect Instagram posts, the seemingly unbreakable friendships, sometimes they're hiding the darkest secrets imaginable. For Kevin Hart, this could be the defining moment of his career and life. Will he emerge from this nightmare stronger, finally free from whatever hold Diddy might have had over him? Or will this be the scandal that finally breaks one of comedy's biggest stars? And let me tell you, my dear readers, this story is far from over. The whispers are getting louder, the secrets are bubbling to the surface, and soon, very soon, the truth will come out. And when it does, well, let's just say Hollywood will never be the same. Stay tuned, because this tea is still brewing, and it's getting hotter by the minute. Remember, you heard it here first, and trust me, there's plenty more where this came from. The real question isn't if more bombshells will drop, it's when. And darling, when they do, you better believe I'll be here to spill every last drop of this scalding hot tea. Let's rewind for a hot minute and talk about how we got here. Kevin Hart, our little ball of comedy dynamite, worked his way up from nothing, becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. We're talking sold-out comedy tours, blockbuster movies, endorsement deals that would make your head spin. He was literally living the dream, making millions laugh while building an empire of his own. But honey, success in Hollywood often comes with a price tag that's not written in dollars and cents. Those same qualities that made Kevin so lovable, his openness about his flaws, his willingness to laugh at his mistakes, might have made him the perfect target for someone like Diddy. Talk about a twist of fate that even M. Night Shyamalan couldn't have seen coming. Now, let's dish about these infamous Diddy parties that everyone's whispering about. We're not talking about your average champagne and caviar soirees, though there was plenty of that too. These were events where the real power moves happened, where secrets were made and kept, and where, allegedly, things went down that could destroy careers faster than a badly timed tweet. And our Kevin, sources say he might have seen it all. Can you imagine being in that position, watching things you can't unsee, knowing secrets you never wanted to know, all while trying to maintain that signature Kevin Hart smile? It's like being trapped in a glass cage. Everyone can see you, but nobody can hear you screaming. The real gag is how this whole house of cards might come tumbling down. If Kevin really is working with the FBI, and honey, the signs are there, it means he finally reached his breaking point. Maybe it was guilt, maybe it was fear, or maybe he just couldn't live with the weight of whatever secrets he's been keeping. But here's the tea that'll really make you gasp. Some insiders are suggesting that Kevin might not be the only one ready to talk. Apparently, there's a whole host of celebrities who've been trapped in Diddy's web, just waiting for someone brave enough to make the first move. And if Kevin Hart, one of Hollywood's biggest stars, is really working with the feds, well, that might just be the domino that sets off an avalanche of revelations that could reshape the entire entertainment industry. Let's be real for a moment. The stakes here are higher than a pair of Christian Louboutins. We're talking about careers, reputations, and lives hanging in the balance. If these allegations turn out to be true, it could be the end of life as we know it for some of Hollywood's biggest names. For Kevin, the road ahead looks about as smooth as a potholed highway. His career, his family, his entire future, everything's on the line. But maybe, just maybe, the truth will set him free. After all, sometimes you have to go through the darkness to find the light. And that, my darlings, is the tea, scalding hot and served with a side of shocking revelations. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open because this story is far from over. In fact, I have a feeling we're just getting to the good part. Remember where you heard it first and stay tuned for more updates on this absolutely earth-shattering Hollywood scandal.